G'day everyone and welcome back to the channel. So a bit of a different video today. It's a war showcase for my 6-star rank 5 Ascended Destroyer. He's really good for war. He's a tactic attacker, so a bunch of pesky tactic defenders I kind of take down here. I'll go through the fights in a sec, but yeah, lots of different tactic defenders who are annoying. Destroyer's an amazing answer for, and he's only going to get more common as time goes on. I know not many people have him at the moment, but he will, be much more prevalent in the game, and I can see him destroying a lot of things. If you're just looking for a specific fight, they are time-stamped in the description and probably on the bottom little bar thing that's inbuilt. So yeah, if you just want to skip to one, feel free, but otherwise I'm just going to go through each in order. I'll quickly explain what each of them are so that you know what's going on. So the first fight I'll show is a node 36 Serpent, followed by a node 45 Baron Zemo. And then there will be node 42 with Adam Warlock and also Gorr. And then as a little bonus fight, I'll show a node 49 Killmonger. It's almost a solo. He has 6,000 health at the end of it. But yeah, just a bit of a showcase of all the kind of matchups that Destroyer can take, even not ideal ones like the Killmonger one. So jumping into the first matchup, this is against the Serpent. I haven't taken Serpent with Destroyer before, so it was a bit of a trial run. I have taken with White Tiger, but yeah, not with Serpent, so it was a bit of a trial. But yeah, this one was Hazard Shift, so no White Tiger here. It's on the one eye open and Hazard Shift, Shock and Bleed. So I did throw in Odin to lessen those shocks because I wasn't comfortable with Serpent normally. And other than that, my path was pretty chill, so I decided I'm going to bring in Odin. I did accidentally use the Aptitude, which has no effect for Destroyer, so there's no real point in using it, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. He doesn't gain willpower healing, is an important thing to note. So while the shocks are dealing 39 damage per tick, I can't heal from that, so yeah, I will actually be losing health from the shock, so I don't want to get heaps on me, but I wasn't too fast because I have full health. One very important thing as well is that I'm running a Juggernaut Relic, and you can pick when a Juggernaut Relic between the healing and the power gain on your Unstoppable. And I chose the healing, so I will get topped off. It's quite a decent chunk. I think it's about 3,000 health or something. It's not heaps in comparison to his health, but it does help just keep you topped off in certain fights. It was definitely helpful when I did the Winter of Woe. It kept me at full health, so yeah, it is a good thing. I prefer the healing to the power gain because I prefer to be more sustainable. This whole start of the fight I'm playing pretty poorly and definitely very suboptimally. What I should be doing is going for more aggressive medium intercepts like what I'm trying to go for here, and using special ones. I already built up above a special one, which was a waste because I want that special one to give me more charges and to refresh my Furies by knocking him down. Instead, I'm just I think I was just very nervous because I wasn't quite sure how Destroyer would go against him. But it's going very well. It's a pretty safe matchup, especially because I have Odin there. With the special one, I like to dash back, get to the back of the room, and then block the beam, and then dash back a few times, and then you can punish his big swing in. Just because you don't want to try and dex any of that, you want to be avoiding or blocking it. Avoiding being, not being within the range of where he hits, not dexing, just to be clear. There, I just want to get back so that I can use my special 3. The special 3, a very good thing about him being awakened is once he hits max charges, the power gain will pause if you're already at a special 3, so you can just kind of wait for the perfect moment. So that's what I do there. I waited till I baited out the special 1 from him, and that was when I used it. And I decide after to do the Destroyer rotation, use special 2s. See, that would have gotten rid of his immortality, I think, but because I have the fear on me and I'm not used to this matchup, I just kind of threw the special 2 because that's what you normally do with Destroyer. Doesn't matter if they're blocking, throw the special 2, it'll hit him anyway. So I was like, ooh, okay. So I won't be making that mistake next time, which is a good thing. So yeah, it's all just about learning, getting better at matchups. I'm dashing back here and doing that same very safe special 1 punish. It's a little bit of chip damage, and because I've been in the fight for so long, he's getting more charges, so I'm taking more chip damage to block. Not ideal at all, but again, it could be a lot faster if I had started how I'm playing the fight now, getting all my Furies up, playing aggressive, and getting the fight nice and wrapped up. Because I've got all the 4 Furies, I've already gotten rid of his immortality, so I'm pretty much expecting this special 3 to kill. If it didn't, that's fine, because just get to another special 2 and then smash him with the beam and he's guaranteed to die. That does like 100,000 burst damage. But yeah, he's dead with that. That was nice and easy. Could have played a lot quicker at the start. Because yeah, the longer you're in the fight with Serpent, the more he starts to absolutely destroy you. So, not destroy me, funny. But yeah, you want to watch out for that. Just be very careful if you're versing Serpents. Try and get it done, aggressive with the medium intercepts, and you should have a much better time. That was definitely the scariest fight I had in that war. So yeah, I was pretty heavily boosted. And then I decided that I would also take this Zemo fight, and it's the same hazard shift, so the Odin will be very helpful. Can just make sure I can ignore the hazard shift node completely. But he's also got Conflictor, so I want to be careful, and if I parry him, that's a big no-no because he'll gain a lot of power. It's not a worry with his cleanses, so like I could do it, it's just going to give him 75% of a bar of power, and no one wants to give anyone 75% of a bar of power. So I'm kind of just treating it as stun immune. And yeah, I'm just trying to build up my charges quite quickly. Again, the medium intercept is unpunishable for the most part. So you can just go straight in with your medium, kind of getting those backdrafts. That's how I like to play it, because you want to be intercepting to build charges. So you could be doing light, but I like the mediums just because you get that unstoppable. It feels very free, feels very satisfying just barging through, and if they hit you, all you got to do is just back up, play a little bit patient for like 15 seconds. I forget the exact cooldown, but it's not that long. So yeah, you just got to chill, you'll be fine. One good thing to note here is that the Conflictor node, he's actually purifying with his cleanse instead of the Conflictor node, so he's not gaining any power, so I just can't use 5 special ones or I'll get rooted, but even then I'm immune to the bleed, so it's just going to be a bit of block damage. I'm not too worried about that though. I'm not too worried about being in the fight long enough that I'm using 5 special 2s, 1 sorry. You can see here, that ripped him a lot, and now I'm just like, well, I'm unblockable, I can extend my combo with the relic, and then I can just hit that button, and even if he had another 100,000 health, he's still dead, so yeah. Playing aggressive at the start really pays off. On to the Gorr fight now. Yeah, sorry, Adam Warlock fight. Gorr photo, but it's just for the node, because yeah, Adam Warlock will be the fight. But it's inevitable power efficiency 3, make a stand 3 and 1 eye open, and overwhelming odds, which is actually annoying. But it's not too bad, just kind of treat it as stun immune and you'll be fine. Again, I'm playing aggressive for these intercepts, but this was actually one of the first fights that I did with Destroyer in War ever. So once I got hit there and I took a little bit of damage and lost my unstoppable, I was like, well, that's it, that's too risky, I can't do that. I'm going to have to just try and punish his heavy attack a bunch. Which, like, it works, but it's just very, very slow and very, very painful. So you can see here I'm hitting into his block and then kind of tapping and holding my own block to get into heavy, and I'm hitting in. And I'm trying to then, I'm like, oh, it's going to be a bit slow. What if I just actually keep going for those intercepts? And again, I'm getting that regen from the Juggernaut relic, so any chip that you take gets pretty much healed up. But yeah, I'm just kind of trying to play the fight a little bit slow, but also just kind of trying to get rid of his power. I like to bait Adam's special 1. It doesn't matter about the dexing. I'm not too fast. I do block one of them just to, you know, keep one of my prowess, but you get 7, and he's not going to be gaining too much power. All I got to do here is build up to 100 charges so I get that big power gain. I'm using the special 1, refresh the Furies and give me 30 charges. Very helpful. Very, very helpful ability there. Regardless of if it hits too, keep that in mind on defense. If Destroyer's on defense, he still gains the charges if you dex it, or if he's not even close to you, he'll still gain them as he's hitting. So yeah, here I'm at, I think, 96 charges, 1 more intercept or special punish, and we're in the power gain phase. And I'm there now. I'm a bit worried at this point, because again, it's my first ever Destroyer war fight, and I've taken quite a bit of chip into my health from just getting hit a bit and taking a bit of blocked hits. But I'm like, well, I'll launch special 3, we'll see how much damage that does, see if the degen's going to put in a bit of work. So I don't wait for this animation. No skip button in war, but you know, it's alright, it's not too bad, it gives you a sec to relax. So I'm going in, you got the unblockable, but I never like to dash in, but then I just hit the special 2, degen, but oh, no stasis pod, he's just dead. He's just 100,000 dead. Goodbye Adam, that's over. So now we've got that Gorr fight. This one was just after the Serpent fight, and I also took a Sasquatch on the debuff immune on knockdown and knockdown shield node. I forget what node that is, but yeah, Sasquatches are often there. We don't have a negative, but Onslaught destroys that node, so I wasn't too worried about it. Yeah, this is Gorr on that same node as Adam. Not really much explanation needed, but here I was like, let me actually try and ramp up quickly. And because Gorr gains a lot of buffs, you can see I'm already at 50 charges and we're like 10 seconds in, so that's happy days. So I had really good momentum, but just then I lost my immortality. I was kind of playing a bit, you know, hard and fast with it because worst case, I have the immortality booster up, so I'm not going to take... I probably won't die from special 3 or special 2 block, but yeah, not ideal here. I started to play a bit passive, but also Destroy is amazing and enables me to get up to 3 bars of power straight away because, you know, a few intercepts in there. It's just really about managing the power here. I actually took this fight again this current war, and once again soloed it with not much issue. You just got to be a little bit careful, bait special ones. If he's playing a bit slow, that's okay. If you drop a Fury, it's not the worst thing in the world. Not ideal, of course, but yeah, not too bad. Unfortunately there, my tempo was really bad, so I lost my, what do you call it, Energize passive, and if you have the Energize, your special 2 doesn't give Gorr any power, which is really helpful. So what I should have done was just launched a special 1 and started building my charges again, because now I've lost some Furies from that. Like when I used the special 1, it would have refreshed them all, so I would still have the 4. And so I'm really losing a lot of tempo. I'm about to lose all my Furies, and now a minute and a half into the fight and have done almost nothing with his health bar. But that's okay because Destroyer has great control over fights just by his presence, I feel. But no, I'm just, again, pretty much doing what I did at the start. I was like, let me just fully reset this. Except this time I have a basically full power gain passive, which pauses when he's awake, and I'll say again. So there I'm just like, okay, special 3, it'll refresh my Furies. I've got basically 4 bars of power coming my way from the power gain, and I'm going to have an Energize. So that should be 2 special 2s in theory. So I just bait out special 1. I would have liked to have hit in and used, but here, see, Energize, no power, just heaps of damage to him. So that's a great thing. And here I wanted to get my next one in. Did, great, burst, 11% health. I probably could have gone in, and I reckon he would have died. Probably not actually, because he's got the knockdown shield. So yeah, safer play was to back off here. Just play, go for one more cycle. The hooligan in me would have pushed him to special 3 and died. So yeah, just always play safe and sorry. Best thing about Destroyer is that his main damage is from the big special 3 when you've got the power gain, followed by ideally 2 special 2s, but sometimes just 1. Yeah, it's just so much damage behind a ramp. And those Furies actually last for quite a while, and you can pretty consistently heavy counter a lot of champs. You'll see that in the Killmonger fight. I really use that heavy counter to keep those Furies up to make sure I'm dealing some good damage, because yeah, he's on the polka dot power and stun reflection node, which Destroyer has no way of working around those two other than his natural power gain, like this power gain passive. Yeah, here fights all over, I'm not worried at all. No protection's going to stop him from getting melted there, so yeah, he's dead. Pretty successful fight all in all. I was quite happy with it. I played pretty well. Again, the speed at the start of the fight is what I really have to get down. I was really good because after about 10 seconds I had half my charges, but then I got a bit slow, and then after the special 3 I kind of let them wear off, and yeah, but that's okay. It all comes with learning new champions. Now the final fight, this one is the most scuffed one and the one which Destroyer is probably the least good for. I don't actually solo it. He ends up with pretty much 6,000 health, which is not much. It's 1% of his health bar left. Yeah, just a bit of a mistake at the very end of the fight. I missed X a special 1. It was just, yeah, a bit hectic. Thought he was going to die. A few mistakes I made here again. So I popped a power start boost so that I could go special 3, special 2. That would guarantee that I rock out a huge amount of his health with the one cycle that I'm going to get, the one guaranteed cycle. But as you saw just then, I threw the special 1 and I was like, what are you doing? Like, what was that? Because just, you know, habit. When you're playing Destroyer, you want to rock that special 1, refresh the Furies, get the charges up. But yeah, it was a huge mistake. I should have played it very slow. built up charges using intercepts and heavy punishes, and I guess punishing the special too. But yeah, because you can heavy counter Killmonger's heavy, and also heavy counter his special too. I do a lot of that, and yeah, this is a lot of holding block, getting him to throw a special. I do not want him to throw special 1, because that is how I get my charges from hitting his block, but he gains those, like that, those dormant unblockables that trigger when you hit his block, which are annoying. So yeah, as you can see here, heavy counter, the special 2, refresh the fury. Yeah, it's just that one mistake of at the start using the special 1 really put me massively on the back foot and meant that I had to do what was essentially another 100 and a bit thousand damage on top of the cycle, because I lose that big special 2. So now I have the decision of, do I just gain the 1 bar of power from the special, from after the special 3, because you gain 4 and I've gained 3 to get up to special 3, or do I rip the special 1 and just kind of play it really slow? And I'm looking at the time, I'm like, if I do keep playing like this and maintain my 4 Furies, I could definitely get the fight down in time. Unfortunately there, he threw a special 1. It's a bit annoying, I was pretty turtled up, but he did throw it, and I decided that it was best for me to try and throw my special 1 there, just to make sure that he's not putting too much pressure on me. I wanted to kind of get out of the hole a bit, and I needed to waste some time so that I could remove those indestructible charges by hitting his block. That's mostly what you want to do here. You want to build those prowesses by putting the lights into his block. And then yeah, just heavy countering and trying not to evade too much. I would ideally be parrying or blocking more special. That would just help to reduce the charges. Like, I could have parried or blocked those, but it's like he's throwing the special 1. I'm not going to be able to hit his block anyway. Can I guarantee I won't dex anything? Not really. This way I'm free to dex if I need to. I didn't end up dexing, except for the 3 special. Well, there you go. Just dex then. But see, I'm not really too fussed because it is capped, thankfully, at that 3. So, he can't go too crazy with it. So yeah, it's just really, because you can take off 3 with 1 combo, medium, light, and then dash back. So that's all of them gone. Very good. I'm just trying to get the tempo back here. Really desperate for him to not throw that special 1. I'm turtling up even more. Just trying to really make sure he throws special 2, but then holds on to his special 1. Thankfully, Destroyer's heavy is the perfect amount of hits to counter his special 2 and get rid of all those indestructibles, and then you get obviously the refresh. But yeah, I'm back up to that power gain. And something weird happens here where I get the power gain, but then it gives me 3 bars of power, and then I use my special 3, but then I don't get that extra bar of power. It's a bit weird. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. He's reducing the power I'm getting somehow, because yeah, it should be that I get the 3 bars and then it stops, like the power gain stops because I'm awakened, and then I get that extra bar. But here I'm missing a fraction of power there, so I'm not at the 4 bars that I should have gained. I don't know. Very weird. Here I'm taking heaps of damage from that degen, so yeah, I've got to watch that timer and make sure I'm staying aggressive enough. Here my big mistake was I should have heavied there, just to lock in. I really, for some reason I thought that combo would basically kill him, which to be fair is quite weak, but then I lose my fury, and here I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. All I got to do is intercept, and then I was thinking special 1, but I'm not gaining power. So I'm like, oh, well, I'll just hold block, turtle up, but then he threw it while I was holding block, and I was like, oh. I just did not expect him to throw that. I'm just going to show that once more. So here it is. I'm hitting into his block, and then I stop, and I'm holding block, but then he throws it. Yeah, I should have been more careful, but I just didn't see that coming. And then, of course, Killmonger crits, but yeah, I probably would have died anyway with 3 non-crits. Anyway, that'll do it for the video. Those are all the fights that I had to show, all the Destroyer fights. I absolutely love the Destroyer. Yeah, I'm all about the aggression at the start of the fight. It's what I'm trying to get better at, because if you can close the fight down quickly and get into control and get your special 3 and the power gain and the energize, you're in for a really, really good time. Yeah, those bursts but just bursting down any champ just feels so satisfying. He's got the bleed immunity, the poison immunity, and the armor break immunity, also slow immunity. So yeah, that's really helpful. I actually fought a Terraxis war on Hazard Shift Path, which was fine. That was just a poison incinerate, so yeah, not incinerate immune, but just fight him half the time, and no worries about the rock field or anything, because yeah, you're completely immune to the armor breaks. I'm aiming to start uploading war videos next season. Like after each war, I'll upload my fights and talk about what happened. And also, before next war, I'll probably upload some White Tiger fights that I have. I've got a Serpent boss and some other things. But yeah, look forward to that. With that said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.